Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki and I'm a homeschooling mom to 6 kids. I have been homeschooling for 10 plus years. My oldest is going into the 8th grade and I've homeschooled him since he was 3. So I consider myself a veteran homeschool mom for sure. It is my passion, my calling, it is what I enjoy doing. And a question that I get asked a lot is how do I incorporate all ages around the table? Today I'm going to give you a look into how I do that. I'm going to share with you our summer homeschool plans. We are year-round homeschoolers, and I do this because I just find it's easier to not take such a long break in the summer, but have a much lighter load with a little bit of structure into our routine. And then that way our days aren't as long like in the fall and the spring. So what we are going to do this summer looks a little bit different. We are going to work ahead on some of our science and our history for next year, again, so that the days aren't so long, but I'm incorporating things for kids of all ages. So if that's something that interests you, stay around. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will be sharing a lot more videos like this. But in this video specifically is summer. So you'll see behind me, I have set up our ocean unit study that we are going to be doing. This was not planned. I actually had all of our summer curriculum, as you call it, ordered and in, and then we did a mini sea turtle unit study last week, and boy, did we chase the spark on sea turtles. We did a beautiful, well done little unit study that I got out of a packet from the Barefoot Child off of Etsy. I will try to link that below if I can. And from there, they were just super interested in it. And so that afternoon we picked up and we went to a local aquarium, and we got to see like life-size turtle shells of the different species of the sea turtles and just learn a lot more about them. And then that led us to SeaWorld over the weekend, which, wow, their sea turtle conservation is incredible. I was blown away. I have a whole vlog on SeaWorld coming, so if that's something that interests you, be sure to stay around and look out for that. But with that being said, I decided to let's hone in on the ocean a little bit this summer. We do live in Florida. We live very near the ocean, and it's our favorite thing to do, honestly. So we're just going to learn a little bit more about the ocean and do just what I call mini unit studies, where I just pull and piece everything together. I'm going to try to shoot a video on the resources that I have behind me to share with you guys. But in this video, it's going to be all of my goals for the summertime, and really that just looks like the end of May, June, and a little bit in July before we start back, like our full length days. So what we're going to be doing, so from the Barefoot Child, I printed out their ocean animals morning basket, and you can see here it's just beautifully done. They have all different kinds of things on animals, and you know, the levels of the sea, what they look like, just so much goodness. From this is how I include the little ones in this. So I have these already laminated where they can trace, and then they'll have to match it. Just different ways to incorporate the whole family around the table by doing different things. A lot of times I will teach like a little lesson, like from something like this. Say, like for instance, this one is the anatomy of a shark. So I will take one morning and I will do just the anatomy of a shark, and I will read some fun little shark books. And then typically I will have either some pictures already printed for the little ones or a craft ready for them to go. And then my older kids' notebook. If you aren't familiar with that, I pulled a few little samples from 3 different grade levels. So this was this was 6th grade last year. And so what they have to do is they have to draw something that they've learned about. Let me show you guys this one, since we were just talking about the sea turtles. So they draw a sea turtle, and then they have to paint it, and then I require them to go through and outline it and then write facts that they learned about the animal. This one was underwater volcanoes. This is coming from my previous 1st grader, and then this is my previous 7th grader, his sea turtle with his facts. So they will pick something and notebook while the little ones, while I do a craft with them. So that is an example of what it can look like around the table. So I did order this book Gosh, it is so beautiful. I wish you guys could see the whole thing. It is the Law's Guide to Nature Drawing and Journaling. And that's just something for us to kind of play with this summer. It has, you know, different ways to draw different things and like colors and details, and just a very detailed look on really just how to nature journal and what that could look like. So a little bit, that's taking notebooking a little bit farther. So yeah, I would just pick and choose. Everything behind me is not on a schedule. It is just a pick and choose, touch and go. If we're having a morning where we're going to be home or an afternoon where we're going to be home and everybody gets a little antsy, the goal is to do something from the ocean study then and notebook about it. We also have the Science for Little Hearts and Hands, the Wind and the Wave one, and they just have like a book of stories that kind of goes along with that. So I'll pull some of these to go along with the ocean unit. What else do I have here? I have, for the little ones, to keep them entertained, I have this little ocean book from Early Bird. So you see, it's just pulling and piecing different things together to keep kids of all ages entertained. So moving along, so for the upcoming school year, we will do science and history group style for the most part. So my goal is to, for this summer, we are going to do from Campfire curriculum. I do not have it printed and ready to show you, but we are doing their Titanic unit study. So the goal is to finish that whole unit study in a few weeks. And then I pieced along a couple of books to go with that. The I Survived the Titanic, What Was the Titanic, The Magic Treehouse Tonight on the Titanic, and then Titanic Voices from the Disaster. So this will probably be for the older kids. And I will probably pick one of these to do as a read aloud and then have the rest assigned to each child to read through. So that's what that's going to look like. And then I also ordered the Eyewitness, the Titanic book. These Eyewitness books are just incredible. They're full of knowledge, beautiful pictures, just very well done in my opinion. So the goal is, and that is one of the things we were doing for history next year. So if we get that completed this summer, then that's one less thing that our loop schedule will look like for next year. And the goal is to really try to not have a full-length school day because we're doing so much during the summer, but in the summertime it only takes us like an hour because this is the only thing we're doing in the summer. So to follow that up, we live very nearby the Ringling Museum, and so we are going to do a mini circus study. This will probably just take a week to get through. We're doing some things at the Ringling coming up, and so I thought this would be like a great, just fun introduction. Nothing really to do with the Ringling, but just to incorporate circus theme for the upcoming school year. So we're going to be doing a book study. I cannot remember the lady's name. I will tag it below, on Andy and the Circus. And then I just saw this. They had it when we visited the Ringling recently, and it was just a fun little circus book to go along with that. So that's not really here nor there. It's just like a fun little add-on to our summer. And then the goal is to complete the Good and the Beautiful safety science course this summer as well. This is a super short course. I can double most of these lessons up and do 2 a day. It's just what is safety: fire safety, water safety, electricity safety, natural disaster safety, God gave me a body, safe at home alone, kitchen safety, technology, and gun safety. A lot of these we've already gone over, but it's just a solid curriculum, a solid course, and so the goal is to do that this summer. And then also, I forgot to mention this, along with the ocean study, I have this nature school book, and it has a whole section in here on the seashore, and it's just, you know, a lot of fun little ideas, fun facts. It's got different information, just something that I will pull from to teach. Like I said, these mini unit studies that I just kind of make up as they're chasing their spark and kind of do it on the fly. So the last goal that I have for summer curriculum is a Campfire curriculum unit study on the Holocaust. So this will be specifically only for my upcoming 7th and 8th grader. And I will probably only do this during nap time or like in the afternoon when the littles are something. This will be the first thing that I will not have all of my kids sit around the table for. But along with their unit study, I have What Was the Holocaust. This is a book that I will definitely read aloud. And then I ordered the We Must Not Forget Holocaust Stories of Survival and Resistance. This is what it looks like, and I will just probably either read a few chapters here and there from this or have them on their own read through and do that. So yeah, we have a full summer, but having 6 kids and having no structure in our day and just waking up and doing our chores and no plans, like it just doesn't really work for us. Of course, we're going on adventures, and you know, we have like Wonder Wednesday where we get out and we explore on Wednesdays and just different things like that we are going to stick to. Fun Fridays, we'll also go and do something. Honestly, in the summer, I don't stick to that. I stick to everything very loosely, honestly, all year long. But these are goals of mine, to sit down and to be more intentional and to paint with them more, learning myself how to do more of the nature journaling. This is fun too. For geography this year, we are doing as many Florida state parks as we are near. And so we've already knocked 3 off of that. And we do some junk journaling with that. If you're interested in what junk journaling is, comment below and I'll be happy to give you a more detailed look on that. Or if you want to know more about the notebooking process and what that looks like, comment below and I'll be happy to do more detailed on that as well. I feel like notebooking is a great way for them to retain the information that they are learning, because they're also putting it to paper, not just like shoving it away so they can make an A on a test and learning it and forgetting it for the rest of their lives like I did in the public school world. But all of that to say, I think that's it. It's everything. We're going to be doing a lot of adventuring, a lot of hands-on learning. That's the style of learning that I do. I'm not one of those super strict with a checklist. Every single day, every day of the week looks like this, X, Y, and Z, and that's why we do it year round. So we can have the flexibility. We usually start back the week after July 4th, and we always end around the 1st of May. It never fails. It takes us that long because we do go play a lot during the week, and we do take a lot of time off for Christmas, and we do take time off when I have a baby. So anyways, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys have a wonderful summer. Please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button below. And let me know what other videos that you want to see from me. Have a good day, guys.